Maybe I can see your picture. Esther, you're taking your time to read, and that is the correct thing exam. Just saying. Okay? You take your time to read. If you're aiming for A1, you must do that. Okay, Kirby, you're choosing the topic, right? Unless you really want to, I propose we don't do the past topic first. I propose you go forward. I
Okay.
propose you go to a new topic, which is, I don't know, is it light 3 or is it even more than that? I don't mind. Anyway, I can tell you the chapters in secondary 4 will account for 50% of your paper, including the light and weight. So Sec 4 still matters a lot. It has the same weightage as the Sec 3 one. So again, it's a good thing to focus on Sec 4. Keston, since we're still training, when you read and you don't understand something, maybe you can confirm with me first. That also helps me understand how you think. Okay, Kirby, if you don't know, you choose a topic and simply do it. That's just how we do. Don't worry, I'm here to help, right? But don't choose too long.
Can I do like electricity?
No problem. But stick to one topic first. Stick to one, sorry, one chapter. Sorry, stick to one.
Can I do
Right?
15?
Anything is fine. Sure
The
thing.
topic
Static, is it?
15. Yeah.
Sure, let's go to static. But start from MCQ first. Again, Keston, just to confirm, any questions so far?
How do you do II for D?
All right. Let me give you the practical answer first. Right? The practical answer is you don't have to score 10 marks here. Remember the goal I give you for A1? Out of 30 marks session B, how many marks?
22.
22. You have an allowance of 8 marks mistake. Right? Certainly, you can allow yourself 1 or 2 mistakes in this question. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Would you allow that for D2?
No.
You want 10 marks. Want 10 marks. All right. So I'll give you the clue. If you want it, you go fight for it. Right? They say environmental problem, right? They are already giving you so many hints.
Is it for
I mean,
like
there's only one
pollution?
mark. Pollution, definitely. I mean, you know that plastic is a pollution already, but you gotta explain the pollution from the strength and durability. They are telling you so many hints. Strength, durability, environmental problem. You gotta put all that in your answer. Make sense or not?
So it's like decomposition of the material.
Decomposition or breaking down the material is what? What do you think?
Difficult because it's too strong.
I think that makes sense. I, however, won't tell you whether you're right or not. The answer key does. But I can tell you that your thinking is fine. Okay.
Sure.
Kirby, yes. Are you okay with question 1?
I don't know what to do.
I understand already because it's new, yeah? Now, I want you to ignore question 1. No, really. I just want you to ignore question 1. Easy explanation, but not right now. Which means you probably want to ignore question 2 also. Probably lah. Right, probably. And the other drawing thingy. Okay, the other drawing. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Like when I say you ignore it, that means I have to explain it. But I totally understand where you are, right? Yeah, all the MCQs are just fun. Okay, Kirby, again, you read for a while, and then you confirm with me whether you understand anything.
Okay.
Just to make sure that you understand. So, Keston, are you ready to choose?
Yeah.
Now, which one do you choose?
The first one.
All right, estimate your mark. Out of 10 marks, your first one, you will get how many? Estimate first.
Maybe like 7 or 8.
All right, let's put 7 or let's put 8. Which one?
7.
All right. I want you to try the first question, try for 7 marks or more. And then after that, you do the second question just to confirm that it is the harder one. Okay, that's for learning purposes. Understand?
So you do both.
Both, but your choice first. Choice. In exam, you don't do that. But right now we're learning something. Please put them in Jamboard so I can follow. Or I guess you can do on paper also. Kirby, what do you think? Question 3, question 5. Does that make sense at all? Kirby, you're good.
I don't know how to do it.
Understand. They are okay. I'm asking you to skip MCQ for a while. This is me understanding where you are. Paper 2, question 1, also I think you have to skip because you don't know the formula. You need some sort of formula. Okay. Turns out that it's not enough to just understand the question. They give you numbers, that means you need some sort of formula. And you don't know what the formula is. All right. The part B though, you don't need any formula. Would you please try part B and question 2? If still cannot, then I understand already where you are. No problem. What do you think, Kirby? Can you do 1B or not?
Uh, I'm still reading. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Aston, you put in the question. I'm just gonna follow. It's the same stuff.
Sure. Sure. Teacher.
Yep.
So I don't know how
Yes,
to do
Kirby,
it.
sorry. Okay. Okay, let me try to explain. So I guess let's start explaining. Just a minute. I'm going to your Jamboard and yes. Yeah, I think I need the Jamboard. Kirby, make sure you're in the Jamboard. So
Okay.
that's not okay. Okay, so let me try to improve it. That's how you do. You get to improve your answer. Right? The idea is correct, but you gotta improve. Okay, Kirby, I will have to take a screenshot. I think like
What?
okay, so we are not trying. I have to take the screenshot. I think I can.
Um,
By the way, Kirby, do you know? Have you planned to buy the mic? As in, do you have an
oh yeah,
idea or?
I asked my mom, but like I need to find one first. I knew like yeah.
And when will that happen?
Uh, I don't know.
Don't don't say
Maybe
I don't know.
next week.
Please. Yeah.
Next week.
By the end of starting next week lah. What do you think? Starting next week, you have a new mic for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. If you're confused, please discuss with me, but don't delay too long lah. Right? Please go ahead. Fine. Okay. So I'm reading. Okay. Okay. Now, to confirm, the thunder clouds have negative charges. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Therefore, static electricity, yeah, if these are negative and this is, let's pretend that the distance is close enough. I mean, the thunderclouds are very high, but it's also very big. Like. So the distance between the copper and the thundercloud is kind of close enough to have an effect. Is it okay? We're kind of assuming. Would that be okay?
How do you know that the thundercloud is negative charge?
From the drawing, Kirby,
Oh,
they kind of do this negative thingy, lah. Correct?
oh, so the lines are oh
I believe the negative here means negative, but let me confirm by going to the previous page. Please just check the previous pages. Just confirm. Yeah, see, they tell you. See, they tell you. The base
okay.
of the cloud is negatively charged. So they do tell you from the previous one. Okay. Right. Usually they tell you one whether it's negative or positive. So it's just by my experience, I'm looking for it. Now you know that you should be looking for it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So nice negative. Back to the page. So now we're going to start the negative one, and we're assuming this is closed. So this negative will basically repel the electrons downward. The negative in the copper slip down. Does that make any sense? First thing first. Does that make any sense, Kurt?
Yeah.
The negative is electron, by the way, lah. So there's nothing else. But he somehow wants you to use the word negatively charged particles. They are just electrons. But since they say negatively charged particle, then you are forced to use that phrase itself, electrons. Normally, just say electron. The electrons will be repelled by the thundercloud, repelled to the ground, leaving the copper, leaving the top part positively charged.
Oh yeah.
You gotta kind of have to say leaving the positive charge. So that's all for now. Pretty simple, right? For this question, try to form your sentence first and then check with the answer. There isn't much else going on. I mean, it looks like very complicated, but That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so Keston, in your reaction map, condensation, you will see you will see two reactions. Okay, two reactions which produces water, produces H2O, that's condensation. Okay, are you looking at your reaction map right now? Yes, you're checking.
Yes.
Okay, so one of them is out of syllabus. Producing water is the one going from alcohol to alkene that will produce H2O because the reverse requires H2O. Okay, so that one is out of syllabus. The other condensation, the one that I'm sorry, there are there are two more. The other two which produce, I'm sorry, there are three. What am I talking about? There are three. The combustion also produces water, but they don't call that condensation. The combustion is the plus one. The reaction basic acid and base also produce water. The carboxylic acid with alkali, but that is also not condensation. The last one is the esterification. Alcohol plus carboxylic acid will condense water out. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
All right, that is your condensation reaction. That B, can you write something on the part B one? I'm asking you to do the part B one first.
Oh, okay.
Form your sentence. Come on. Oh, sorry, that's the next page. Still fine to read a second too. Kirby, I'm trying to read. Yeah, sorry, I have difficulty reading. Could you read for me, please, what you're writing?
They
They
moved to
move.
the large metal plate and the bottom of the lightning conductor as they get pushed away by the negatively charged thunderstorm somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. So to confirm that they refers to the negative charge, right? So they move to the what? To the what of the metal? They
Bottom.
move to the what of the metal plate?
Bottom.
The bottom. They move to the bottom of the metal plate and the bottom of the lightning. Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay, like this could be. So surprisingly, they don't just stop at the bottom. They actually move to the bottom, correct? And then immediately enter Earth because Earth are very willing
Oh,
to receive. So when you say they move to the bottom, kind of problematic because you're supposed to say they move into the Earth because that's what happened, right? So that's just the small detail, maybe on something new. So maybe they move towards the bottom, but then they must enter Earth. You must mention Earth somehow,
they moved
somehow,
into
somewhere. You must mention Earth.
okay.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Now you check the answer key first. You compare. Yes, that was Kirby, how is it?
Fine. Trying to
Ah, yes. All right, Keston, I don't understand your answer. Maybe you can explain that. I don't understand. What do you think, Kirby? Is the answer key about the same? Kirby, you're muted. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Right. So, understanding. Okay. This is the first time you're learning something.
Yeah.
Okay. The second question will build up from your first question understanding. So it will be a bit more complicated. That's why I'm checking. Try to
Yeah.
do second question, and if cannot, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll wait for your butyl ethanoate first, Keston. Maybe I expect you to ask question or question. Maybe the question already say like any question? Okay, Keston. Oh, okay. Yeah, might be a bit. Let's see. Oh, good, good. Yeah, good. Okay, good, good. Good, I'll pick Hester. Now, his is a full, all H's withdraw, just to be safe. It doesn't take a lot. It's fine. Okay, looks good.
Sure. How do I do it?
No. Of course, we have to talk about it, but clarify the question first.
I don't know how to answer.
I'm not asking you how to
Something like
answer.
this.
I'm asking you whether you
Yeah.
understand the question first.
Oh, I just a bit. I don't know.
Then clarify. Yeah, clarify what you don't understand first, lah.
Why is it? Why is it like this? How do I explain?
So first, let's talk about that. Is that the only thing that you don't understand? Just a second.
Uh, kind of. I think. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Keston, please do the next one first, yeah? Okay, I'll do some explanation. As in, don't wait for me. Okay, never wait for this question. This question. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot it, a Kirby, and then review gem or the next page. So your question is, how does it work, lah? So, okay, let's do that. The metal rod metal foil containing negative charge, they are free to move. They are just electrons. They make it sound like it's something new. Let me repeat this one more time. They are not. Just the same as question number 1. They are just electrons, lah. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the negatively charged plastic is held close. Okay, so this is very misleading. Careful, lah. This is close, but not touching. Now, when you read the question, you have to read the diagram or the drawing. Do you think it is touching or not?
Yes.
That's the problem. It's very problematic. Either we read wrongly or the drawing is problematic. The drawing seems to give you a very small gap, correct or not? Between the plastic and the metal rod.
Oh.
And then the English confirmed that the negatively charged plastic is held close, but he never say touch. And that's important.
But it's attached, huh?
The plastic, not the foil.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So one more time, did you actually understood the plastic as touching? Just now lah. Yes or
Yeah.
no? Touching or not? Okay, then that's a bit problematic. The drawing itself is a bit is making it hard to see lah. But if you pay attention closely, the gap is there. Can I confirm that?
Yeah.
Okay, so a small gap, yeah. So be careful now. We have to think in terms of not touching lah. Small gap. So very simple. Imagine that this is the cloud, correct? Imagine that that's the cloud. The cloud is not touching, correct? The
Yeah.
cloud is not touching, but just close enough to chase away the electron. Now, where will the electron go in the building? It will go towards Earth. In this case, where will the electron go? The electron will not go anywhere. It will just go towards the end, like both ends. If that makes sense, correct or not? Electron will be chased away to both ends. One metaphor, one metaphor. That makes sense? This is now good. Make sense or not?
Makes sense.
So very similar to building, but there is no earth. This is enough to explain the opening because both are electron negatively charged, so negative should be not charged. Makes sense? Huh? This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, form your sentence and then check. Okay, Keston, can I confirm that the other question is difficult? Or it is not difficult at all?
Difficult.
All right. Now, let me tell you why we don't necessarily have to talk about this. Because this, if you notice, is what they call the unfamiliar question. They take something new and expect you to answer based on your syllabus. In this case, they are using RF lah. I don't know what RF is. It looks like it's new, and that's why they have to discuss a lot with you. They have to tell you a lot of things. We don't talk about this because the point of the question is to be unfamiliar. So they will never ask this again in the next one. Assuming this is a TYS. Of course it's not. Assuming this is TYS, this will never happen again. They will find another unfamiliar, another new situation. So in that sense, there is no point discussing this. If you want to, totally fine. If you don't want to, it's more useful to discuss others. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
You're choosing the right thing, no? I feel. So I feel that you choose the right 11. The next paper, I don't think will be that straightforward. So I'm going to practice that. Now, I will explain to you part D. However, I want you to go immediately to question 9. So that's how my student train. First question 11, and then question 9, and then question 10. Why like that? Question 9 will be the long reading question. Question 10 will tend to be the shorter one. Go to the question 9, since in your mind you're still fresh, still starting off the exam, still fresh. Deal with question 9 first with all the reading. Okay, please give it a try.
Sure.
Yes, Kirby.
Can I use the toilet?
Yes, please, but come back quickly. Come back quickly. Come. Sorry. Yeah, Keston, I don't understand your answer at all. Right? Why do you say it does not contain hydrogen? That one I cannot understand. Please tell.
It's like the picture doesn't show any hydrogen.
But the picture do. That's the problem. Okay.
Oh,
And even if it doesn't, you gotta explain who is it. You also don't explain it means butyl ethanoate or terylate. So the English also not so good, but the concept also not so good because it's clear. Okay, understand? Yeah.
but the similarity is quite.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure that you understand. So your point is there is an ester bond, correct or not? That's your point.
Similar.
The butyl ethanoate has an ester bond. Okay, again, let me show you. Is that your point? This is your ester bond. That's your ester bond, which I trained you to identify, right? And then you're saying that pterilene also have ester bond. Is that your point?
Yeah.
The two different homologous group, I'll pretend that that's, I mean, it's similarity lah. I mean, it is similarity lah. Now, the problem with your, okay, I think the problem is your English. I think maybe conceptually you're correct. Your English says similar to ester bond formation. No, this is not similar. This is clearly ester bond because the question say there is ester linkage, then ester bond. So you cannot say similar to ester bond. It's very confusing to the examiner. Does this guy know or not? He will ask, this guy actually know or not? If you think both have ester bond, then you say both have ester bond. Ta-da. Is that what you're trying to say? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then say both have ester bond. Totally great, totally fine. The question even says so. So I don't think you can give up. For the difference, I'll tell you one thing. Pterilene is a polymer. Butyl ethanoate is not a polymer. Makes sense?
How do you know it is a polymer?
Polymer simply means it's very long. Not polymer simply means, I guess, it's shorter lah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Clearly, he said pterilene, a syntactic polyester. He's saying the word poly. So he's implying that pterilene is a polymer, polyester, which means you have a lot of the ester linkage, lah. Very long. So that kind of confirm. Even though you don't know what's pterilene, he tells you a lot. Butyl ethanoate is just one ester bond between two things, clearly not long. Clearly just one ester. I would think that is the one of the main differences between pterilene and butyl ethanoate. Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Something like that. There might be other differences, but I think that one is probably the more obvious. Let's focus on the obvious. With that in mind, later you check your mark, how much you get. I would say that maybe the similarity difference you don't get the most. Right. Okay. Let's try to complete question 9 together at least today. So we're completing 2 long questions. That's my goal today. You'll get used to all the long questions. The shorter ones, you will have less trouble. Let's go. If you have any other question on B11, please ask me. B11 is a very important question. This is roughly how they test chem. They test long, they test complete, they kind of introduce unfamiliar things. They do everything for OK because it's their favorite topic. It's like they cannot resist themselves from making OChem difficult. Okay, you may want simple molecule. Okay, cannot say simple molecule. Maybe the phrasing is molecular. Uh, what's the phrasing? A butyl ethanoate is a short molecule. I guess. Yeah, cannot say simple. Okay. Again, Kirsten, let's move on to question B. The reading is very long, but I think the question itself is quite easy lah. Hopefully, that's the case. Aston, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm still reading.
Sure thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Take your time reading, sir. I do not want to rush you. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, right. Yeah, okay, much better. Okay. Good question. That's it. Just to confirm, it will be easier for you to do on paper, yeah? Correct.
Yeah.
Next time, let's do on paper. Today we're taking slow ones. Guess it's okay. But next time, we're training for time. So just getting slow. Good. Yeah, looks good. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, I understand. I understand. I understand. It's okay. It's okay, guys. To me, it feels like they're trying to convince you with weird numbers, but obviously your more foundation is stronger. So no problem.
How do you know if petrol or diesel has more carbon?
Petrol and diesel have what? Sorry,
Have more
have
carbon.
more carbon. Oh, more carbon atoms. Is that what you mean? More
Yeah.
carbon atoms. Okay, there's a memorizing in oh yeah, sorry, you haven't done. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So at the start of OChem, this one I don't teach you because it's memorizing now. Yeah, the OChem teacher will tell you, oh well, okay, the crude oil can be distilled, fractional distilled into many things, 7 things. The highest carbon is bitumen or tar or asphalt. A lot of carbon. Petrol, they will tell you, is kind of like have a shorter carbon chain, and diesel will have longer carbon chain, around C16 and above. Petrol is around C8 and above. That's memorizing. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
That is what you mean. Contains more carbon per molecule. Carbon atoms per molecule. Kirby, just to confirm, are you back?
How does the number of carbon atoms affect the intermolecular forces of attraction?
Right. Good question. Shorter, the worse lah. So I'm going to draw a very short one. CH4 with, of course, another CH bond, right, which is like the shortest thing. But compare that with a long one. I'll draw a C, I don't know, very long. That's C10, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 10. So that with all that we just went back. Okay, a bit bendy here and there. So since the C is a bit long, it will actually bend here and there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, bendy here and there. But compare the intermolecular forces. So the most these two can do is like that. Between these two long one, they can do quite a lot more. Keeping it simple, intermolecular forces, the more surface area in contact, the more it is, if that makes some sense. If it doesn't make sense, tell me, Gaston. Sorry,
No, it makes sense.
they will, I guess, explain. Oh, wow, this is also okay. Now that I think of it. Oh, wow, they really like okay answer. Kim.
What is the CH4 thing called? Is it like the hydrocarbon or like what is it called?
Sorry, tell me again what you're talking about. The CXHY, something like that? Is that?
Like I want to say that the bigger the molecule, the more like the molecular force, but I don't know what it's called.
Okay. Let me. So maybe you don't say bigger, but the longer, maybe better. Like the longer the molecule is, like the longer the molecule, so the higher the intermolecular forces between the molecules. Sorry, is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Higher than higher boiling point, which is all good and enough for doing. Oh, it's 3 marks. Oh, I thought it's 2 marks. Okay. So higher intermolecular force attraction, and then therefore higher. Kirby, your turn. Okay, Kirby, have you checked answer key for question 2? Okay. Please make sure that your sentencing is correct and your understanding is fine. Because question 3 is now touching. Gotta be clear of the name. How is it, Kirby?
I'm reading thing.
Okay, sure thing. Go ahead. Okay, sounds good, Esther. I think we're learning something. So this is good. What do you think, Kirby, is that? Where are you?
What?
Sorry, the question two, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, please observe question three. Question three is now touching. How do we know?
It it looks like it's touching.
It looks like it, and I'm teaching you. You gotta confirm. The question will confirm what? Using English now. That's the question
Oh yeah,
confirm.
yeah, it does.
All right, all right. So both we should be done. The drawing and the English should match. The question maker knows this. It's their responsibility to make sure they confirm. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, touching and no touching, there will be a difference. Although in the end, it is just about electron flow, flow here, flow there, but there will be a slight difference. I'm going to explain to you so that now you know this is your basis.
Okay.
Okay, X and Y are both conductors, positive and touches sphere A. So this is nothing lah. This is neutral, correct? In the Jamboard, please. Are you looking at the same Jamboard? So now, when this is positive, some electron will flow here. No? Some electron will flow here because of the touching. Make sense? Huh?
Yeah.
So the positive will disappear a little bit, and this will become a bit more positive, if that makes sense. They still remain positive, lah, but less positive and more positive. Make sense? Huh?
Yeah.
For here, nothing, nothing happens. I don't think anything should happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, oh, no. I'm so sorry. Wait, no. Actually, can. No, I'm sorry. So, rod why we don't know. I'm so sorry. Rod why we don't know. It's not nothing. It's a we don't. Okay, now let me tell you. Assume rod y nothing. Oh, this is a very tricky question. Gonna explain to you, and this is a learning. So observe. So A will be positive, right? And then B will be neutral, nothing, right? Correct. What will happen is that the electron will kind of be attracted to the positive charge a little bit. Did that make sense? That will
Yeah.
happen. And therefore, they will attract. They will attract. This is what happens if rod Y is neutral. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not what happened. Hey, wait. Not happening. So rod Y probably is not neutral. Probably is not. Do you understand?
Yes.
Assume rod Y is negatively charged. If rod Y is negatively charged, he will leave the B as negatively charged also. Correct? That's it. This will also attract. Confirm already. Attract strong. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, which is to say, this also wrong. Also wrong lah. So, let's finally, the only assumption left is rod Y is positive lah. Which means at the start, A will be positive and then B will be positive. Which is to say, they will repel. Looks like this is the answer. This is a deep question. You gotta understand it. Okay, make sure you understand this before you leave. I understand your logic, Kesson, but you will have to deal with this one. Kesson, can we confirm that you are stuck or not?
Yeah.
Are you stuck at the last one? Is it?
Yeah.
And let me confirm. Let me confirm. Oh yeah, he didn't explain whether something is more expensive or less. Okay, then I cannot comment on your reasoning because your reasoning is definitely correct based on the reading, and that's all we need to do. That's all. I mean, I know who is expensive, who is more expensive, who is less expensive, but the reading doesn't say. Is that your responsibility to consider, the cost?
No.
Good. Because the rule is when it is something outside the syllabus, only the ones they tell you need to be observed. If they don't tell you about the cost, uh, you don't have to observe that unless you are forced to. So, which is to say, I don't think you're forced to now. Okay, good. Now, part D. The part D is something that they don't tell you lah, and they force you to think about it. Hey, you're not telling me anything. Okay, let's observe first whether they actually don't tell you anything or not, because I believe they should at least give you some hint. Should.
Question D.
Yeah, question D. So I'm just checking first that they actually give you a hint or not.
You didn't.
I think they do.
Sure, it's like what I wrote, right?
Check
Because
that
it's
again. So
positive, so it's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, you gotta check that.
yeah.
Sorry, I Keston, I'm a little bit confused. But going back to this question, okay? So today's purpose is to give you a feel of the two very long questions. B11 and B9 is the long question. You'll see B10 later is, I guess, slightly shorter, like we can say. Now, what I want to know is how do you feel dealing with this long reading, multiple question? How do you feel?
Nothing.
Really? You don't feel disturbed at all?
No.
Yes, I'm going to tell you that next week, we will limit our training for the section B to 45 minutes for 3 questions. The reason is very simple. I assign you 1 hour for section A. I assign you 45 minutes for section B. That should be about the right time. The total time you have is 1 hour, 5 minutes, like in case. There will be a time problem in paper 2, and I'm introducing that time problem in the treatment. If you're comfortable today, good. We have to see what happened if you're kind of limited in terms of time. That's why next week you should do on paper. Let's not make it even longer than this. Make sense?
Yeah.
In the remaining time, please just look at question 10 because you still have to do question 10. Let's pretend that the B11 you get 7, very generous marks. in B9, you get 8 mark, very generous mark. So generously 8 plus 7, 15. How many marks do you need to get for question B10?
7.
Very good. Take a look and give it a try to have a complete feel of section B, because that is what we need to do next. Kirby, is the answer key okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Kirby, question 1, 2, 3 is
It's a lot
about
more.
the... I'm sorry, you're saying?
Mine is like more. It's a more simplified version of the
You
answer
mean your
key.
answer is... Oh. I think then you have to observe the answer key more. But to confirm first, conceptually, do you understand or not the answer key?
Yeah, I understand.
Then we'll talk about the sentencing again next time. You'll see a lot of this question in my Google Drive. So now I'm going to split static electricity to you. The second part, which we covered a lot, is this one, no? The one not touching and then touching, not touching or and then touching. This is the static electricity, and they tend to give a lot of marks here. The first part, which you have no idea, is all the electric field drawing line theme, which you'll see again in question 4 and question 5. So you kind of get a feel, oh, those are the two major questions of static electricity. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, Kirby, try to be more on time tomorrow. And if
Yeah.
possible, try to also
Eating dinner.
go to the toilet, go to the toilet earlier, because you kind of took off almost 40 minutes out of today's tuition. If you have additional 40, we should have no problem covering the other part of statistics. That's one.
Yeah.
Right? You do have, you're a bit very stingy. You're not giving a lot of time to tuition. 1 hour is short and you're cutting it a lot. Be careful. Be careful about it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you some homework. Don't do question 4 and 5. Flip again. Question 7. No, question 7 you also cannot. You cannot answer also. Also can. Question 7 is more similar to the first part. 6 is about the same. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and the MCQ are the other type. Let's call that the whatever the lines. Never mind. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is
What's the
today's
homework?
Monday. Do the next chapter. Just do 3 questions for the next, because this one also cannot. We gotta explain. Okay.
But I don't
Next
think
question.
I understood the next chapter.
Then my goal for you is to read everything. That's
Okay.
all for now. For now, right? To prepare for tomorrow. I think tomorrow we can do physics again, just to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Keston. Bye. Keston, what do you think about question 10? Sorry, what do you think?
It's like okay.
Is that the easiest one compared to B11 and B9? What do you think?
Yeah.
That's kind of expected. Sometimes, most of the time, B10 will be very relaxing compared to those two. Which is, again, I tell all my students, therefore, you must do B11 first, and then B9, and then B10. Then the rest of the exam feels easy. Okay. Now, before we leave, I want to confirm one thing with you. Go back to the Jamboard where I break down the mark requirements, which is, I don't know which page that today.
Yeah.
So I did all the calculation for you, right? I tell you, let's say this is 14%, this is 20%, and then this 42 marks, this is 22 mark, whatever, this is 40% of 80 plus. Altogether, that's 81% for A1. This is not 75%. What I want to ask you is, are you surprised that A1 is higher than 75?
No.
Very good. In fact, I think 81%, based on experience, is kind of the minimum. If possible, get 1 or 2%. your senior lah, from Sec 4, John Pira, right? I think during training, he kind of feel comfortable with 83-84% literally. Kind of helps during open. That's why I say 81% is kind of a minimum. Train for more, a little bit more, and then you should have A1 quite safe. By the way, your senior did get A1, right? If you're not surprised, then you understand why I will have to ask you to train. Okay. Let's see what happened. And let's meet again next week.
Okay.
All right. Bye.